Hey everyone, this is Ladre's PC optimization. I just wanted to talk about like where the tech industry and just like gaming in general. I might talk over a few other topics as well, like just caring about the planet, right to repair, and just my thoughts on how lonely the tech industry can feel at times. So it might be a bit of a random video, might be all over the place. Just kind of get my thoughts out on how things are. But I guess I'll start. This is kind of off the top of my head at this point. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about like I feel like for someone who's been, in the tech space for a long time, and I just feel the direction that companies go in and you know, talk about companies like Microsoft, Apple, Dell, HP, Asus, Acer, just to name a few companies that this falls into thinking about the planet, right to repair, and just how I feel like a lot of companies, the passion has just faded in a sense versus back in the day when not just when pricing was reasonable a little bit more in some instances, but I feel like the creativity and um, I just feel the passion for making good products was still there, you know. But in today's world, it feels kind of lonely in a way. Like we're more connected than ever before. But I feel like, you know, air pollution and land and ground pollution is greater than it's ever been. I feel like e-waste has grown far greater than it's ever been. Companies, many companies aren't thinking about the planet. They're not thinking about the consumer anymore. It just feels like AI has kind of taken over the world, AI slop. And look, don't get me wrong, AI can be useful in a lot of instances, but it just feels like the passion is gone in a lot of companies. The, caring about the customer or the consumer, that sort of thing in the IT industry, it feels like it has faded. Many companies don't seem to care that much. And I feel like tech is flowing in the wrong direction. It's very anti-consumer. It feels very anti-repair. It just feels, and prices are higher than they've ever been. Inflation is higher than it's ever been. It just feels like the passion in a lot of countries and a lot of companies has faded, and everything is being like, there's just so much AI being added to everything. It's getting frustrating and it bogs down performance in Windows. We're seeing a jump for more people moving to MacBooks or Mac OS. A lot of people are moving to Linux because of how anti-consumer Microsoft has become, for example. But this isn't just a problem about Microsoft. It's companies in general. This isn't just a problem with Apple's high pricing for their products, their anti-consumer and anti-repair notions. Look, don't get me wrong. These companies make great products. Like, and their technological progression is absolutely amazing. Like, these are amazing technologies and amazing hardware and software that these companies have brought out. Don't get me wrong. These are awesome companies, but as someone who is really into the repair stages of things, that really loves to repair things, tinker, that's in the IT space, that's in the tech space. I just feel like it can be quite lonely at times in the tech industry. It can feel quite lonely because sometimes it feels like you're not heard. You don't have a voice. And when you want things to be more affordable, when you want, you know, knowledge to be more accessible, you want repair options to be more accessible. You want more affordable options than ever before. But you also want to be heard. You want to be noticed because I feel like AI makes the world feel lonely as well. And sometimes people in the tech space are seen as nerds. They're looked down upon. I think a lot of people in the tech industry, we feel kind of lonely because so many other industries are focused on, and I think it can be quite lonely. But I also feel like people don't care about the planet also. They care less about the planet and more about the profit. They don't care about fixing things and repairing stuff, talking about the real issues that exist. You know, I get that, sure, social interactions and fitting in is important. Having big social circles matters to a lot of people. But I think the bigger issue here is I feel like people don't care about tech as much. A lot of people just kind of buy their tech and then that's kind of it. It's a set it and forget it type of thing. You know, people don't care about fixing their stuff, customizing. Very few people seem to care about customization. There isn't that big of amount of people that care about customization of their tech products, whether it's software or hardware, whether it's, people caring about open source projects, free and open source projects, or whether it is about saving money, saving the environment, actually caring about the planet and caring about customers and consumers, and not, sacrificing your your customers' wants and needs for the sake of just profit all the time. Sure, profit's important, don't get me wrong. Making profit is important, but if you're really sacrificing your customer satisfaction for just money all the time, you lose. Because I feel like, you know, Microsoft, Dell, HP, Asus, Acer, Apple, Samsung, many of these companies, just to name some of them, many of these companies have lost their passion. They have lost the core values that made them what they are today. The things that made them, caring companies that they become so big now that they've lost the plot. They care more about their shareholders and their, their profit margins than their actual customer satisfaction. They care more about them than the customers. Like, they've pushed the customers aside and care more about the people that are far richer. They don't care about the customer. They don't care about affordability. They care more about profitability and their profit margins over creativity, over the passion of making good products. They're no longer passionate about their products anymore. That's why so many products are not as repairable, because they sacrifice repairability and customer satisfaction for profits, for just making more money. So that's why a lot of products are less repairable. A lot of laptops I've noticed, especially budget laptops, are less repairable than they've ever been. Everything is soldered, everything, and it's not just laptops, it's many pieces of tech. They break easily, they break much more easier, and it's difficult to repair. And I'm not just taking this from like a just from a tech guy perspective. I mean, as a general consumer as well, because even if you are good at soldering and you are good at repairing stuff, I feel like it's not just a tech initial tech problem, it's like a customer perception problem as well. There's just not enough people complaining to these companies to make their products feel more passionate, feel like true passion projects, to feel like these products matter. Because I feel like people don't care about tech as much. They just care about getting their work done, and that's it. It's like the tech is there just for the sake of making money and not about making good products. But I also want to, hammer out that I feel like it becomes quite lonely in the tech space. I feel like I'm just rambling on, and it can feel very lonely, even as being a tech person. People don't really understand you sometimes, and it feels like you're just shouting into the planet. You're just shouting into into the echoes of the world. I feel like even in the tech space, things can feel lonely in the world because while we're more connected by technology than ever before, and technology is amazing, I feel like the passion in technology, in the tech space, is just, it feels like it's gone. People don't really seem to care about one another that much. It's like you just want to get your work done, and that's it. Yeah, we're more connected than ever with social media and with tech, but I feel like people, it feels like people have become more heartless. They've become more profit and financially driven, but not emotionally driven. And they don't seem to care about the real, problems in the tech space, not just bringing back the passion and repairability, but bringing back consumer options, consumer choice, and caring about customer satisfaction a lot more than before. Because AI is useful, yes, but it's being pushed too hard and in too many products. And it is just too much. AI is just too much. And it's not actually, they're not focusing on making a good quality AI or a good quality product that focuses on true customer satisfaction versus just profit. So, yeah, this is just one video. I don't leave your thoughts in the comments, what you think. Like, what do you, how do you feel about the tech space and just how, about loneliness in general, and just, you know, do you care about the planet? Do you care about repairability and consumer and customer satisfaction? Do you think that a lot of tech companies are moving in the wrong direction? Do you think that with inflation being high and with prices being higher, do you think that many companies have lost the passion, have lost what it means to truly be a good company? Do you think many companies have sacrificed their passions and have sacrificed their core values for the sake of profit? Do you think that right to repair and, uh, ownership is important? Let me know ownership about like your products and stuff. Do you think you own less than you used to back in the day versus now? Like, let me know in the comments how you feel about all these things. Let's talk about loneliness. We talk about the planet, saving the planet, right to repair, and tech in general, whether it's Windows, Linux, Mac, you name it. Let me know in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. You can drop down some video ideas in the comments. Yeah, thanks everyone. See you all in the next video.